One day renowned as a power station of Soviets films, the Dark Sea nation of Georgia is work difficult to contribute himself in the profitable planet of world movie locations. Girls of the Sun, Les Filles du Soleil, by Eva Hussein, a France AMD on women fighters in Kurdistan, is in contest at the 2018 Cannes Fest and is help raise Georgia's repute as an upwards and coming movie purpose. The Dark Sea nation, famous for its mountains and beaches, has been vigorously carrying overseas movie makers to use Georgia as a background in movies and commercials. Girls of the Sun may be the highest section movie done in Georgia today. Some visible filmmakers include as well been brought by exotics locales in the nation, as by the government's incentives. The nation yet lags over Croatia and some East Europe movie locations, its vicinity to main EU cities, relatively low prices, and generosity of shooting locations are figure directors of About the Planet. For copy, Michelle Hosanavicius, CEO of the Oscar-winning The Painter, opted to movie in Georgia while surveyed the searching in 2014. In supplement to West movie makers, several Bollywood films and piece of music videos include been shooting in Georgia in latter year. Visible Iran CEO Mohsen Makamalbaf shooting and whole characteristic movie in Georgia in 2014. Why Georgia? One of the largest latter films to include been shooting down there is How to Sail a Warfare, starring Katherine Parkinson and Lilia Newmark. Aimed by Rudolf Herzog, he's a sitcom on counterfeit news story, wherever a PR advisor, Parkinson, has to devise a war so how a world mercy gig can go front. Shooting for the Irish-Georgian company production has been take location in Georgia in April and May. How to Sail a War manufacturer Sam Taylor, who has now treated on 4 persons films partially or fully shot in Georgia, says how, initially, shooting in Georgia was a pragmatical go. While I at first came to fire there in 2015, the judgment was cleanly difficult-nosed. It is price efficient, a secure nation and manufacture values are top. Nobody looking to movie a much location history, or a suit AMD, will be proposed a extensive matrix of locations during a brief traveling range of Tbilisi. The steep kind of backdrops, of snowing-capped mountains and dark sand beaches to Soviets-era brutalist architectural and old rubble, are one of Georgia's largest marketing points, in supplement to tax-crushed and low prices. Country-run movie in Georgia giving a 20 per dime discount to skilled filmmakers for the cost suffered in Georgia. Georgia is the cheapest shooting position in Europe. Completely all social locations are complimentary of accusation, but we as well assist producers to get sale in the locations that are no, says Tatia Bijanashvili, Movie in Georgia Program Officer. This job strength is inexpensive, compared to Europe prices, she adds. The Georgian by the government is as well a term of Eurimages, the Justice of Europe Foundation how supports Europe films. Sam Taylor notes how Georgia giving filmmakers a lot more than rather than fair low prices and scenic locations. Maybe the cause we loving work there is how in comparison with lot movie making industries in some components of the planet, about 50% of the movie directors in Georgia are female, she says. If you comparison that to the UK or Deutsche or the USA, about 4% of directors are female, you can see how Georgia is far progressive in regulation of sort equity. Taylor says, yet, how several challenges yet already exist. For copy, the Georgian movie production yet lacks several of the ability sets how are usually utilized in Europe and in another place. A scenario overseer is practically unidentified on a home Georgian set, and the ability basis in specific departments as necessary focus, but he's an breathtaking period for Georgian movie makers and how transmits to the team we give in of overseas. They loving the power and passion, we end up coercion them to go household.